Yeah, so we've been planning to change our name for quite a while, just to highlight that our focus is indeed on American uranium at a time when we believe that the environment for nuclear power in the US and in turn uranium has really turned a corner. I think it's well documented in the press, the US administration's focus on new executive orders to support uranium, and so we think the time is perfect for us just to re-emphasise that we're focusing on American uranium. So our Lo Herma project in the Powder River Basin is our flagship project, but we've also got very significant exploration properties in the Great Divide Basin and Green Mountain area, and quite an interesting project down in Utah in the Henry Mountains, which we think is well positioned also for the restart of the Shooter Canyon uranium plant. Yeah, we were able to upgrade our resource by 50% off the back of drilling we did last year, and that allowed us to then complete an interim scoping study. So that scoping study was done both to just help us to have real confidence that it was worth spending another dollar on the project, and also to guide the specifics of this year's exploration program. So that positive study showed us that even at the scale the project is now, that the economics are very positive. So the drive this year is to expand the size of the project, and then also to do some further infill drilling and to do some further metallurgical and hydrogeological work. We've done studies both on metallurgy, permeability and hydrogeology, but we've got further work to do there, and we'll try and get that done this year. So we're looking for a resource upgrade towards the end of the year, and then that would put us in a position to update our scoping study in the early part of next year. Demand for uranium is growing worldwide, there's no question, and the recent WNA fuel report, nuclear fuel report, really underlined the gap between supply and demand. Primary mine supply is lagging significantly global demand, and if roughly global demand is around 200 million pounds, primary mine suppliers probably more in the order of 140 to 150 million pounds. So we're not the only ones who see the massive opportunity, particularly in the US, which uses around 50 million pounds a year and currently produces less than 1 million pounds a year. Our neighbours Snow Lake Energy, who are in a JV with Global Uranium Enrichment on the Pine Ridge project, recently came in and confirmed 9.9% holding in our company. So that project, the Pine Ridge project, butts us directly to the north, and the trends that we're following this year in our exploration work go straight into their property to the north. So they can see the strategic benefit in having our project, which is more advanced than the Pine Ridge project, as part of their portfolio of investment. The next 6 to 12 months should show both drilling activity. We're just waiting on the final sign-off from the Wyoming Land Quality Department so that we can get our permit locked away. We've got a very rapid turnaround from the BLM in our permitting, but we're just waiting on the state's final approval. Beyond that, we'd get into drilling probably in Q4, and then from the drilling activity, we hope to do a resource update, which is likely to occur the back end of this year or early next year. And as I said before, that leads us into an update of our scoping study on what we imagine will be a larger project during the first part of next year. That puts us on a production pathway. The earliest that we think we could be in construction for a project would be around 2028, with the potential for supply through 29-30. And if you look at the forward supply-demand forecast, what we're seeing is a very significant gap starting in late 29, 2030 and beyond. So we think the timing of the project could be perfect.